From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this special Saturday edition of the debate with me, Arnab. And the reason we are on live tonight is because of the situation in Bengal. I'd like to start by showing you some pictures of what we have received from Murshidabad. The pictures are of great concern, and we're compelled to show you the footage here because you can't hide the truth. And those are pictures of a temple in Jangipur, ladies and gentlemen, where a temple has been vandalized and a Durga idol has been broken. It's been confirmed by locals to our reporter, and we have a full pictures of that. And the vandalization of the temple has happened at a time when in Murshidabad we've had 2 people who have been killed. Entire streets in Murshidabad have been burnt down, have been vandalized. We have terrible scenes out there where we were told that there were people who were masked, and all of this was happening apparently in the name of the Waqf protest, but the people were masked. They came there like gundas and they vandalized the shops. Look at those pictures. In parts of Bengal, people are entering shops and taking out whatever they want. It's the kind of situation that we've seen, in terrible cases of rioting. Now you have cases of stone pelting, government offices being broken, being attacked. This is mass and mob fury which has been unleashed. And, people have been killed in these incidents. And here are the pictures of the bodies of the father and son who have been killed. And all of this while Mamata Banerjee is fiddling away, doing nothing and only doing politics, and saying that you must remember that 33% of the people in Bengal are Muslims. I'd like to remind Mamata Banerjee that who are these 33% and how many of them are infiltrators. In 2005, the same Mamata Banerjee was crying in Parliament and crying on the streets, saying there are so many infiltrators who have been brought in by the left government. But tonight, she is the voice of the infiltrators. She has no guts to take on the mob. Especially if they are Muslim mobs, she won't take them on because she needs their vote, and there's an election next year which she's likely to lose. Ladies and gentlemen, she says the Waqf will not be implemented. It's a central law. Is she trying to be a secessionist in the process of doing so and saying so? There have been rallies also in Bengal where there are Muslim leaders who have said that if we get 50 groups of 2,000 Muslims each, then we can bring Kolkata to a standstill. And they blackmailed it. They said, if we want to, we can do it at any point of time. And yet Mamata Banerjee and the Mamata police have taken absolutely no action against that person or that gentleman because they're afraid to take on anyone who they believe has a control over a section of the Muslim vote. So it's all about Muslim politics for Mamata Banerjee. Rajiv Kumar, her chosen DGP, Mamata man, known sycophant, has said that nothing major has happened and everything is under control. I'd like Rajiv Kumar to confirm to us whether a temple was vandalized, whether Muslim mobs out in the streets, whether shops were broken into, whether people were attacked, whether women were abused, and whether all of this happened or not. Ladies and gentlemen, Mamata Banerjee says she's going to protect the property of the Muslims. What about this Hindu temple? Is she going to protect the Hindu temples or not? Or is her protection only for the Muslim community? Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is this, that the situation in Bengal has gone completely out of control. Mamata Banerjee has no ability to govern the state. She's fighting with her nephew, Abhishek Banerjee. And in this power struggle and in this desperate search for the Muslim vote, the people of Bengal are left in a situation where they have to fend for themselves. There is a sense of fear in Bengal. I spoke to people in Bengal and they said, Arnab, what's going to happen to our state? Are we going to become like Bangladesh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to step in. The center has to step in. The army has to be brought in. And if required, president's rule has to be forced in Bengal. It cannot happen after more people are killed. I've been saying this repeatedly. Do not delay president's rule in Bengal. Do not wait for the next round of elections. It may be too late. Ladies and gentlemen, Sucharita is also joining me live right now on this broadcast. I have a number of guests. I would like to go across to our live reporters first. Sucharita, We are now joined by our first guest, I think Nitish Pramanik, who's the former union minister and prominent BJP leader from the state. Can you bring us up to date with what's been happening? A few quick news updates from you while we run those over the pictures. Suchrit. Right.
So the biggest story of the day from West Bengal was the temple vandalism, as Arnab said, and those visuals that we've been showing you. And there's been a complete mump from the Mamta government on those visuals. There were idols of Durga idols that were vandalized, and the chosen man, as Arnab said, the chosen man by Mamta Banerjee, the DGP says, we will act if there is anarchy. We will act. So those visuals that we've been showing you.
Some visuals, please. Some guests,
visuals
please.
that we are showing you, that is not anarchy for the Mamta government, and that is not violence for the Mamta government.
We'll try to run the pictures. I'll try to run the walkabouts. I'd like to run ground pictures. I don't want to have to lead to them. Aditi, thank you very much. Nishit Pramanik is our first guest tonight, former union minister. Nishit, we have been reporting this. Priyanka Tibrewal has also been there. And I want to tell the media in Bengal to wake up. It cannot only be Republic Bangla that is reporting what is happening in Bengal. Shame on the rest of the Bengal media for trying to put a cover on this, and shame on the national media and the so-called pseudo-secular media for covering up what's happening in Bengal. Nishit, why is the centre not acting? I mean, this is not a situation to send CAPF forces. The army must be sent in.
नमस्कार अर्णब जी, पहले तो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि we respect a lot federal structure. जब हम लोग केंद्र में हैं और कोई भी राज्य की जो संबंध है उसको बहुत सम्मान करते हैं, उसका मर्यादा को हम लोग समझते हैं, और मुझे लगता है कि किसी भी स्टेट का जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन होता है उसको हमेशा ही केंद्र परिलक्षित करते हैं। और आज का जो घटना हुआ है ये एज पर कोर्ट हुआ है कि कोर्ट महामान्य उच्च अदालत ने जो वर्डिक्ट दिया है,
रिपब्लिक बांग्ला ऑफिस
मुर्शिदाबाद में सेंट्रल फोर्स की डिप्लॉय करने के लिए, मुझे लगता है कि ये बहुत बड़ा एक स्लैप है ममता बनर्जी के लिए, उनकी जो वेंडलिज्म है इसके लिए। और केंद्र भी तत्पर है। जैसे ही महामान्य उच्च अदालत ने केंद्र से सेंट्रल पैरामिलिट्री फोर्स का डिप्लॉयमेंट के लिए कहा, वैसे ही तत्क्षणात हमने उसके लिए जो करना है वो इमीडिएट एक्शन केंद्र ने लिया। और आगे जाके भी अगर पूरा पश्चिम बंगाल का स्थिति को कंट्रोल करने के लिए सेंट्रल पैरामिलिट्री फोर्स का डिप्लॉयमेंट का अगर वहां पर जरूरत होगा, डेफिनेटली केंद्र पूरी तरह से स्टेट को हेल्प करने के लिए तैयार है, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली बंगाल में जो सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट हो रहा है उसके लिए केंद्र भी चिंतित है, और इसके लिए सदा तत्पर है केंद्र। जैसे भी आगे का मतलब
but Nishit, the situation is very bad. The situation is who's patched? Okay, we'll go to Kanchan Gupta in just a while, but Sucharita, I think we should play that one soundbite we have of our reporter from Jangipur who confirms that a temple has been vandalized. I don't know, Priyanka, if you've seen that, but a temple has been vandalized. A Durga idol was broken, right? And this is the way some government offices have been attacked.
Right.
Out there.
The locals there are confirming, they're speaking to the media, they're speaking to Republic Bangla and telling them that the temple has been vandalized and they are waiting for the police to act.
And the Mamta Banerjee, who says, I will protect the properties of every Muslim, should also tell us what she will do as far as the Hindus are concerned. Is she the chief minister only for the Muslim community? Here's a ground report from Jangipur.
শামশেরগঞ্জের রতনপুরের এই মন্দির শীতলা মন্দির এবং একই সঙ্গে কালী মন্দির, বর্তমানে ছবিটা দেখুন, মূর্তির হাতের টুকরো অংশ পড়ে রয়েছে এখানে। একই সঙ্গে একেবারে আমি আমার ভিডিও জার্নালিস্ট দেবব্রতকে দেখাতে বলবো মন্দিরের ভিতরের ছবিটা এবং মায়ের মূর্তিগুলো উঠিয়ে নিয়েছে। এই মুহূর্তে মন্দিরের ভিতরের ছবিটা দেখছেন। মন্দিরের ঠিক পাশেই রয়েছে অসংখ্য চেয়ার, ভাঙা চেয়ার। ডান দিকে দেখা যাচ্ছে মন্দিরের একেবারে পাশেই রয়েছে অসংখ্য ভাঙা চেয়ার, চারিদিকে ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে রয়েছে। এবং এখানকার যারা স্থানীয় যারা রয়েছেন তাদের কাছেই জানবো কালকে কি হয়েছিল এখানে।
কালকে এখানে সেরকম কিছু নেই। দুপুরবেলা আমরা সবাই নিজের নিজের বাড়ির সামনে দাঁড়িয়েছিলাম, ছাদে খাওয়া দাওয়া করে 2টো বাজে 2:30 বাজে। ধুলিয়ানের সাইড থেকে একটা বড় মিছিল এলো, যাওয়ার সময় ওরা ঠিক শান্তভাবেই গেল, কোনো রকম কোনো কিছু করেনি। তারপর ওখান থেকে রিটার্ন আসার সময়, রিটার্ন যখন এলো তখন ডাকবাংলো মোড় থেকে শুরু করেছে ওরা। মানে বেশিরভাগই যত হিন্দু বাড়ি আছে, মন্দির আছে, হিন্দু ক্লাব আছে, দোকান আছে, এগুলোর ওপর টার্গেট করেছে। বাড়িতে গেটে মানে ইট দিয়ে ঢিল বেড়ে গেট ভেঙে মেয়েদের উপর গালাগালি করেছে। আমাদের এটা রতনপুর কাঞ্চনতলা জিপি, আমরা এখানে খুব শান্তপ্রিয় এরিয়ায় বাস করি। হিন্দু মুসলমান উভয় সম্পর্ক যেগুলো আছে সবাই আমাদের মধ্যে খুব ভ্রাতৃত্ববোধ আছে, খুব ভালো আছে, একসাথে বসা, একসাথে খাওয়া ওঠা। এখানে আপনারা দেখে বুঝতে পারবেন না যে হিন্দু এ মুসলিম, আমরা মানে খুব নিজেদের মধ্যে একতার মধ্যে পুজো পাঠে আমরা যাওয়া আসা সব কিছু। কিন্তু হঠাৎ এরকম একটা জিনিস আতঙ্ক দাঁড়াবে সেটা আমরা কখনো ভাবতে পারিনি। আমরা কোনো প্রশাসনের সহযোগিতা পাইনি, ফোন করে করে গোটা রাত কোনো কিছু পাইনি। রাত পর্যন্ত এরকম ছিল। সকালবেলায় আমাদের শীতলা মায়ের মূর্তিটা এখানে পড়েছিল ভেঙে, সকালবেলা 3টার সময় মূর্তিটা এখান থেকে উঠিয়ে নিয়ে যাক, কে নিয়ে যাক আমরা দেখিনি, তা মূর্তিটা এখান থেকে নিয়ে গেছে উঠিয়ে, ঠিক আছে। তারপর থেকে আমরা বিএসএফ এর, তবু পুলিশ পাইনি, বিএসএফ এর গাড়ি যাচ্ছিল, আমরা দাঁড় করে এখানে আটকেছিলাম, যে দেখালাম তখন থেকে কিছু বিএসএফ ফোর্স ছিল। আমাদের এখানকার মুসলিম যারা আছে, মুসলিম প্রধান যারা আছে, আমাদের পঞ্চায়েত প্রধান আছে, আমাদের যারা মানে আছে মুসলিমদের মধ্যে হেড আছে, তারাও আমাদেরকে প্রচুর সহযোগিতা করেছে। কালকে আমাদের সাথে থেকে আমাদেরকে সহযোগিতার কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। বেশিরভাগই যেগুলো ছিল আনকমন ছেলে, বাইরের পরিচিতর মধ্যে নেই, সব হাতে রড লাঠি নিয়ে, মুখে কালো ফেটি বাঁধা, কাউকে চিনতে পারা যাচ্ছে না। মানে লোকাল সেরকম আমরা দেখতে পাইনি, আমাদের চোখে পড়েনি।
তাহলে বলছেন যারা এসেছিল তারা মানে যেভাবে বলছেন যে মুখে ফেটি বাঁধা সব কিছু, মানে বাইরে থেকে লোক ছিল, সব বাইরেরই লোক, বেশ সব মোটামুটি ধরুন 10 থেকে 18, 20 বছরের মধ্যে, তার উপরের ছেলে হবে না, সব 10 থেকে শুরু, 10, 12, 15, 18 এই টাইপের। পুলিশ
সকালবেলায় আমাদের শীতলা মায়ের মূর্তিটা এখানে পড়েছিল ভেঙে, সকালবেলা 3টার সময় মূর্তিটা এখান থেকে উঠিয়ে নিয়ে যাক, কে নিয়ে যাক আমরা দেখিনি, তা মূর্তিটা এখান থেকে নিয়ে গেছে উঠিয়ে, ঠিক আছে। তারপর থেকে আমরা বিএসএফ এর, তবু পুলিশ পাইনি, বিএসএফ এর গাড়ি যাচ্ছিল, আমরা দাঁড় করে এখানে আটকেছিলাম, যে দেখালাম তখন থেকে কিছু বিএসএফ ফোর্স ছিল। আমাদের এখানকার মুসলিম যারা আছে, মুসলিম প্রধান যারা আছে, আমাদের পঞ্চায়েত প্রধান আছে, আমাদের যারা মানে আছে মুসলিমদের মধ্যে হেড আছে, তারাও আমাদেরকে প্রচুর সহযোগিতা করেছে। কালকে আমাদের সাথে থেকে আমাদেরকে সহযোগিতার কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। বেশিরভাগই যেগুলো ছিল আনকমন ছেলে, বাইরের পরিচিতর মধ্যে নেই, সব হাতে রড লাঠি নিয়ে, মুখে কালো ফেটি বাঁধা, কাউকে চিনতে পারা যাচ্ছে না। মানে লোকাল সেরকম আমরা দেখতে পাইনি, আমাদের চোখে পড়েনি।
তাহলে বলছেন যারা এসেছিল তারা মানে যেভাবে বলছেন যে মুখে ফেটি বাঁধা সব কিছু, মানে বাইরে থেকে লোক ছিল, সব বাইরেরই লোক, বেশ সব মোটামুটি ধরুন 10 থেকে 18, 20 বছরের মধ্যে, তার উপরের ছেলে হবে না, সব 10 থেকে শুরু, 10, 12, 15, 18 এই টাইপের। পুলিশ কখন আসে?
পুলিশ আসেনি
এখন পর্যন্ত, 24 ঘন্টা হয়ে গেল, আসেনি পুলিশ এখনো পর্যন্ত। 24 ঘন্টা পার হয়ে গেছে, পুলিশ এখনো পর্যন্ত আসেনি এখানে। বিএসএফকে আমরা দাঁড় করিয়ে অনুরোধ করাতে, বিএসএফ এখানে দাঁড়িয়ে আমাদের সঙ্গে অনেকক্ষণ ছিল, তারা দেখলো, কিছু দাদা ভাইরা আমাদের সঙ্গে সহযোগিতা করলো, পুলিশ এলো, পুলিশ বেরিয়ে গেল, কিন্তু পুলিশ একবারও এখানে নেমে কিছু দেখেনি। সব বাড়িঘর ভেঙেছে, বড় বড় ইটের টুকরো বাড়িতে, প্রত্যেক বাড়িতে বাচ্চা আছে, মহিলা আছে, তারা আতঙ্কে কান্নাকাটি করছে, এখনো তারা আতঙ্কে রয়েছে যে আমরা কোথায় আছি, কোন জায়গায় রয়েছি। কিন্তু এখনো পর্যন্ত পুলিশের কোনো ভূমিকা বলতে কিচ্ছু নেই, একবারও পুলিশ আমাদের এখানে আসেনি।
অর্থাৎ আপনারা বলছেন যে বহিরাগত লোক, এবং এখনো পর্যন্ত 24 ঘন্টা হয়ে গিয়েছে, এখানে এখনো পর্যন্ত কোনো রকম পুলিশ প্রশাসনের সাহায্য পায়নি, শুধুমাত্র বিএসএফ এর গাড়ি যাচ্ছিল এবং তাদেরকে ডেকে এনে অনুরোধ করে তারা নিয়ে আসেন। এবং
Sucharita, I think that is the critical point out here. They are saying that it's been 24 hours since the violence and the police has not even been seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not there. They're not. The incident has been reported. They've been to the police stations. They've not even come there to check what has happened. Now those people.
They've not taken a ground report. They've not spoken to a witness. They're just invisible, which raises a question, Sucharita, whether all of this is happening with the silent, sort of silent complicity of the state government. I mean, this is a question we can't disregard. Can I go to everyone? Look at the bodies of people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go across to our panelists right now. Priyanka, you wanted to step in. Priyanka Tibrewal, you wanted to step in.
Arnab, I would just like to state one thing. Somebody who is committing a crime or an offense is an offender. Somebody assisting or emboldening that confidence in them to commit the crime is also an offender. And the offender here is none other than Mamata Banerjee. She is the one who has instigated and provoked people. She is the one who on the day of the Eid said that there is one community who does dangas. She is the one who, when these Waqf protests were there on the roads and streets, she just supported them. Please don't.
That's Niladri Bhattacharya. Niladri Bhattacharya.
Please, today is not the day, Niladri. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. Hindus are suffering. Their children are suffering. Their houses have been burned, vandalized, ransacked. How can you not speak? You should be there supporting us. You should be there among the 70%.
No, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, there is Niladri, if I may. Today we are very concerned. You say don't call them Muslim mobs, though there are Muslims in the mob, but you say don't call them Muslim mobs. But you will not accept that there are Hindu victims. Today, Kanchan Gupta, the issue is there is Haragobind Das, aged 60-year-old, and his son Chandan Das. Their house was surrounded on Saturday morning. It was looted and they were killed. The fact also is that a young man who suffered a bullet wound succumbed to his injuries on Saturday. The fact of the matter is Murshidabad is worst hit, but the violence has also swept across Malda, South Chobbish Pargana and Hooghly. Shops are being looted, there is stone pelting and there are road blockades. How far will things go before the centre steps in properly?
So Arnab, very quickly, a couple of points. One, law and order is entirely a state subject. The state government is entirely responsible for it, responsible to ensure that law and order is maintained, and responsible if that law and order collapses in the state. What we see over here, that there were enough indications of what was coming up on this entirely contrived issue of protesting against the Waqf Amendment Act. I don't think any one of these goons you see on your screen has even read the act or the first opening lines of the act, either in English, Bangla or Urdu or whatever language they read. Number two, the state machinery is headed by the Chief Minister of West Bengal, who is also the Home Minister of West Bengal. The police reports into her, and it is her remit, her responsibility, her watch. Third, this is not the first time that the law and order is collapsing in this manner. And we are seeing that the High Court has to intervene and do the job of the state government. This decision, which was dictated by the High Court today, should have been taken by the Chief Minister herself. On the 27th or the 28th of March, one of the 2 days, I was in Calcutta, and there was violence in Murshidabad. The Muslims of Murshidabad, they ran riot over there. And the slogan which was most dominant, and there were videos of it, so you can't deny it. The Chief Minister or the police cannot deny it. The video had slogans that we won't let a single Hindu live over here. And despite that, the Chief Minister failed to act. The Chief Minister failed to take any preemptive action. On the contrary, she kept on putting out statements in the public domain, which can only be described as inflammatory and incendiary. She had no right to say.
Yeah, Sucharita has a. Sucharita.
What is saddening?
Louder, Sucharita.
Dilatri, we'll come to you.
Lastly,
I think Kanchanda, what is very, very saddening? Yeah, please go ahead.
1 second, please. Lastly, what I began with, that maintaining law and order is entirely the remit of the state government. The center comes in only if there is a total collapse. Now, West Bengal has again and again gone through this phase. We have seen what happened during the Anti-Citizenship Amendment Act protest, so-called protest. Entire stations were set on fire. Entire trains, the Lal Gola Express was set on fire. We have seen what happened when the Trinamool Congress managed to win the election, and the violence which followed the election. Women were raped, men were murdered, entire families, entire communities were thrown out of their homes, and they had to take refuge in Assam. We have seen similar violence happening again and again.
It is very sad that Mamata Banerjee has been reduced to a chief minister for a few. Mamata Banerjee has been reduced to a chief minister for a few because she was out on the streets addressing a mob, and she very clearly said that she is going to be with the people supporting who are protesting against the Waqf Amendment Act. Now, she is very clearly going out and supporting these men. But then she is not there for the ones who are being affected by this violence. There is no voice for these Hindus who are being attacked. Listen to what she had said earlier.
आप भरोसा रखिए, बंगाल में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा जिसमें कोई डिवाइड एंड रूल होगा। आप लोगों ने ये मैसेज दीजिए कि सबको एक साथ में रह के बचना है, जियो और जीने दो। अभी नहीं करना चाहिए था, लेकिन हॉरिडली कुछ करने से कभी कभी दिक्कत भी हो जाता है। हमारा लिए दिक्कत है कि हमारा इधर में 33% माइनॉरिटीज है, तो हम क्या करेगा, उसको निकाल देगा, और जो रहेगा उसको प्रोटेक्शन देना हमारा काम है। प्लीज रिमेंबर, व्हेन दीदी इज हियर, दीदी विल प्रोटेक्ट यू एंड योर प्रॉपर्टी। डोंट distrust. Let us trust each and everybody. If we are together, then we can win everything. We can conquer the world.
So, Mamata Banerjee, Shishir Bajoria, Mr. Bajoria, she's saying that she will protect Muslim property. What about Hindus? Shishir Bajoria,
very clearly, where did she say this? See her duplicity. She says this in a Jain function, and she says, "हमको पता है आपके दिल में दुख है." In a Jain function. This is duplicity. Second, she says, "I will not let this happen." Does not even issue a show cause letter to the MPs who did not vote against this bill. She does nothing, and it is her Director General of Police who says it's all on rumors, and he takes no action. Arnab, all the pictures that you have shown, doesn't it remind us of Bangladesh, what is happening there? What is the difference between Bangladesh and West Bengal today? And all, because it's all orchestrated, it just did not happen. It is orchestrated by the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal.
Shame on you, Arnab. Shame on you, Arnab. You have a BJP panelist with 13 cases against him, including murder case. A murder case pending, 13 cases pending, and that gentleman is on your panel. Shame on you, Arnab. Shame on your channel. Shame on your channel.
Tausif, what about the Hindus who are being targeted? Do you have a word for the Hindus who are being violently targeted and killed in Bengal? Why are Hindus being targeted in Bengal? Why are Hindu properties being damaged? Shame on you. Why are Hindu deities being broken? Why are Hindu temples being vandalized? What about the Hindus in Bengal? She says there are 30% Muslims in Bengal. I say there are still 70% Hindus in Bengal. What should the Hindus in Bengal do? Should the Hindus in Bengal leave the state? Does Mamata want the Hindus in Bengal to go away? Does Mamata want all Hindus to go away? Do Hindus have a place in Bengal? Should Hindus stay in Bengal? Where should the Hindus in Bengal go? The question is simple. What should happen to the 70% Hindus in Bengal? There are 70% Hindus in Bengal who also deserve protection. What about protection to 70% Hindus in Bengal? What about their properties? What about their rights? What about the Hindus in Bengal who are being targeted by Muslim mobs? What about Hindu homes? What about Hindu shops? What about Hindu businesses? What about Hindus? We are Bhaskar live from Murshidabad. We have Bhaskar live from Murshidabad. Live from Murshidabad tonight. The only network from Murshidabad. And I request the rest of the national media to wake up. Bhaskar is in Murshidabad. Bhaskar, আমাকে শুনতে পারছো তুমি? Bhaskar, আমি অর্ণব বলছি, আমাকে শুনতে পারছো তুমি? তাহলে তুমি হিন্দিতেই বলো যেরকম ভাবে বলতে চাও, কিন্তু এরা না বুঝতে পারছে না। এই তৃণমূলের সাপোর্টার এখানে বসে রয়েছে, এরা মানতে চাইছে না কি মুর্শিদাবাদে কোনো কিছু হয়েছে, বলছে সব কিছু ঠিকঠাক, ন্যাশনাল মিডিয়ার কভার করার দরকার নেই বলছে। ডিজিপি রাজীব কুমার ইজ সেইং ডোন্ট cover up is what he's going to be very happy with. Live from Murshidabad, Bengal, Bhaskar, আমাকে গ্রাউন্ড রিপোর্টটা দাও। Why don't you give up ground report दीजिए हमको मुर्शिदाबाद से।
बिल्कुल, देखिए अर्णव, यहाँ पे मुर्शिदाबाद में काफी सारे जगहों पे इंटरनेट सर्विस को बंद किया गया है डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के तरफ से, और अभी मैं जहाँ पे हूँ वो है बिल्कुल बॉर्डर जहाँ से इंटरनेट सर्विस को बंद किया गया कुछ सब डिविजनों में। देखिए जो हालत है मुर्शिदाबाद के अंदर अर्णव, वो बहुत ही गंभीर है। काफी सारे लोगों को चोट आए हैं। काफी सारे लोग ये भी कह रहे हैं कि उन लोगों का दुकान, उन लोगों का घर जला दिया गया, उन लोगों का जो भी चीजें थे वो चीजें घर से बाहर निकल के फेंक दिया। कुछ लोग ये वक्फ अमेंडमेंट लॉ को नहीं मानते हैं, जो लोग खुलेआम कहते हैं कि देश की जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, देश की जो रूल है, वो लोग नहीं मानते हैं। और देखिए लगातार सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क से हम लोग दिखा रहे हैं असली तस्वीरें और ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट। अगर आप पूछ रहे थे, देखिए ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट सीधी तौर से अगर मैं बताऊं तो बहुत ही गंभीर है। यहाँ पे ममता बनर्जी की पुलिस और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन अभी तक लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन को पूरी तरह से टैकल कर नहीं पाया। बस कल रात जब वापस धुलियान शमशेरगंज में ये हिंसा हुआ, तब मैंने बात किया वहाँ पे रहने वालों के। शमशेरगंज के लोग साफ तौर से ये कह रहे हैं कि उन लोगों का जो दुकान है, उन दुकान को लूट लिया गया, फिर उसके बाद वहाँ पे तोड़ा गया वो दुकान और आग लगा दिया गया, ऊपर से फायरिंग हुआ। और देखिए आज जो तस्वीरें हम लोग दिखा रहे हैं कि दो लोगों की मौत भी हो चुका है। काफी सारे मंदिर वहाँ पे भी अटैक हुआ। शमशेरगंज, धुलियान, सूती, ये सारे जो इलाका है, ये सारे जो सब डिविजन से मुर्शिदाबाद जिला के, ये सारे के सारे बहुत ही गंभीर हालत में अभी है। और देखिए कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट के ऑर्डर के बाद बीएसएफ के जवान को डिप्लॉय किया जा रहा है, और आम लोगों का कहना है कि हाँ, अगर बीएसएफ जवान रहे तो वो लोग सेफ रहेंगे। उन लोगों का
ये सवाल है। भास्कर আমার কথাটা শোনো, এরা বিশ্বাস করছে না। मेन बात यह है कि ये लोग विश्वास करने को तैयार नहीं है। ये कमरू जमान जैसे लोग हैं और मोहम्मद तौसीफ जैसे लोग हैं, ये बैठे अपने चेहरे पे मुखाटा डाल के अपने काला चश्मा लगा के सच्चाई नहीं देखते हैं। कोलकाता में बैठ के कह रहे हैं बंगाल में हो कुछ नहीं रहा है, सब कुछ ठीक है, क्योंकि हमारी सरकार है, हम कुछ भी करेंगे। शोंटू पान बांग्ला न्यूज रूम से भी लाइव हैं आज। शोंटू पान
अर्नब को कोई नहीं मिला, मर्डर अक्यूज को पैनल में बिठा।
अरे बेशी कथा बोलो ना तौसीफ, बेशी कथा बोलो ना। प्रियंका
कोई नहीं मिला तो तौसीफ को बैठाया, who's part of that 30% who's attacking the 70% Hindus in West Bengal. He is part of them. Just listen to this. What did Siddiqullah Chaudhary say? Siddiqullah Chaudhary said he is very happy about the gathering. Not just that.
प्रियंका मैं बताता हूँ। I'll tell you what Siddiqullah Chaudhary said. I'll tell you what Siddiqullah Chaudhary said. And why am I focusing on Bengal? Are Tausif, everyone on Tausif, I'll tell you one thing. Tausif,
you remove a murder.
What do you think? You will try and threaten the 70%?
Keep some decency, Tausif and Priyanka.
You will try and threaten the 70%?
Please.
With a 33% majority, you think that you are a majority, and we will not say anything. You will kill us.
Please.
You will loot the shops. You will rape women. You will murder them. You will kill kids, their men, their husbands, and you think we will be quiet over this? When your minister
today Priyanka Tebrawal saying, will the 70% remain quiet? Will 70% take this lying down is a point made by Priyanka Tebrawal. Shishir Bajoria.
It is one of her MLAs who said Hindu ke lashe भागीरथी में बहाई जाएंगी. Did she say anything? No. And Mamata Banerjee, I'm quoting her, Mamata Banerjee's quote, जो गाय हमें दूध देगा हम उसके लात भी खाएंगे. यही तो लात हम सब खा रहे हैं. ममता बनर्जी की ये दुधारू गाय हैं, जे गोरू हमार के दूध दाए हम तार लाती खाबो. ये दिस इज आवर चीफ मिनिस्टर. एंड तौशिक भाई, इसके बाद तो मुख बंद कर लो मेरे भाई.
शिशिर बजोरिया जी, आप है बीजेपी की तरफ से, आप बोलिए. लेकिन निश्चित प्रमाणिक जिसके खिलाफ 13 केस,
निश्चित प्रमाणिक
भाई एक ही बात के
निश्चित प्रमाणिक ऑन द लेफ्ट, निश्चित प्रमाणिक. बोलिए निश्चित जी, बोलिए.
ये तौफिक भाई को क्या हो गया है? मुर्शिदाबाद से क्यों भटक गया है? 13 केसेस से कोर्ट में है, कोर्ट में साबित होगा ना कि कौन झूठ किया है. और तौफिक भाई, आप पार्टी चेंज करके देखो, कल तुम्हारे नाम पे 100 केसेस हो जाएगा. केस होने का मतलब कोई दोषी नहीं होता है. और बंगाल में जब आम आदमी के खिलाफ फेक 100 केसेस होता है तो हम लोग तो पॉलिटिकल पर्सन हो ही सकता है. और ये छुपाने का बात विषय नहीं है. कोई केस है तो वो मैं हमेशा इलेक्शन कमीशन के सामने रखता हूँ. और तुम्हारा जो आपका जो पार्टी है टीएमसी का, हर एक लेके आगे इसमें केसेस है. तो आज का मुद्दा जो है मुर्शिदाबाद को लेकर, उस विषय पे बात कीजिए. वहां से क्यों भटक रहे हैं आप लोग? हमेशा वहां से क्यों, मेन सब्जेक्ट से क्यों भटक जाते हैं? आपको केसेस के बारे में है, आप 4-5 बड़ा लॉयर मेरे अगेंस्ट पे खड़ा कर दीजिए, उसमें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
What the court said, what the court said, court ने क्या कहा? Ladies and gentlemen, you see Sucharita, let me tell you, लोग कह रहे हैं, लोग आज कह रहे हैं, एक मिनट, लोग कह रहे हैं,
remove this criminal from this panel.
अरे keep quiet, Tausif. What about the criminals who are targeting Hindus?
Against him, including murder.
Yeah, what about the Hindus being targeted? You are happy that Hindus are being killed?
अच्छा, एक सेकंड. अर्नब जी, मैं
Tausif has gone berserk today. Tausif has gone mad.
एक बात मैं पूछता हूँ.
Tausif has gone mad today.
एक बात मैं पूछता हूँ.
Criminal from this panel.
अच्छा सुनो.
1 minute. Who's Indresh? Indresh is live from Murshidabad. 1 minute.
क्या अभिषेक बनर्जी
Indrashish is joining.
Indrashish is also live from Murshidabad. Have the two windows live, ladies and gentlemen. One side there is Bhaskar, other side there is Indrashish. Indrashish Arnab bolchi. শুনতে পারছো? Indrashish?
হ্যাঁ পাচ্ছি.
আমাকে হিন্দিতে বলতে পারবে? আমাদের সবাইকে যারা দেখছে হিন্দিতে বলতে পারবে তুমি? চেষ্টা করো, ঠিক আছে?
হিন্দি, ইংলিশ, বেঙ্গলি,
ইংলিশে বলে দাও, খুব ভালো. So you can tell us, Indrashish, in English or Hindi, what is happening in Murshidabad, because the nation needs to know. The corporate media is not covering what is happening in Bengal. Only Republic is reporting. So Indrashish, ground report আমাকে দাও. What have you seen? তুমি কি দেখেছো আজকে যেখানে রিপোর্ট করেছো? লোকেরা কি বলছে তোমাকে?
See, there is a mass violence in Murshidabad Samserganj area. From yesterday, the Samserganj, Suti area or Dhulian area, total area was vandalized by some hooligans. The hooligans came into the home and murdered two person.
Why did they go to the home? Why were they targeted? Why was Haragobindo Das and his son Chandan Das targeted?
See, because they are targeted because they are Hindu. They are Hindu. Hindu community, total Hindu community area was vandalized by some hooligans. The hooligans targeted the Hindu community in the Samserganj, in the Suti area or Dhulian area. And a Hargobindo Das or his children, or his child was massive attacked by some hooligans. They snapped into the home. The hooligans came into the home and snapped the Hargobindo Das and his boy. So the one boy was killed by some bullet injury in Murshidabad Medical College Hospital. Declared the boy was murdered or dead in the Murshidabad Medical College Hospital. Therefore, the total area covered now, the BSF covered the total area, and they deployed the Suti and Samserganj area. Kendra Bahini, Central Force, the Calcutta High Court said that the Central Force moved in the Murshidabad, and the Central Force covered the total vandalized area in Murshidabad, Samserganj, Suti, Dhulian, total area covered by Central Force. Maybe from tomorrow, the total Central Force covered the total area, the BSF covered the total area, they deployed there, and any further case occurred in the Samserganj or Suti area, Dhulian area. It is the biggest situation in the Murshidabad district, and however now the situation is under control. Police was attacked. Police was biggest attack. The total police is 22 police personnel was attacked from yesterday. Today the hooligans came into the Dhulian area, and they came into the Hindu community home, Hindu community area, Hindu community in the Haragobindo Das and his boy and his child.
The most important point here is the most important point jo hai, and I congratulate both of you for your reporting. Indrashish, Bhaskar, we are proud of you. Republic Bangla is the only, today the people of Bengal watching this and across India must remember that when Hindus are being targeted in Bengal, the only network covering, going live today is the Republic Network. I request corporate media to stop blacking out this from their national coverage. Kamru Zaman is with us tonight, and also is Zafar Sareshwala. Zafar Sareshwala, do rai nahi hai. There is no doubt here Hindus are being targeted, Hindus are being killed. There is a property dispute. Some people want to have control of Waqf properties. But the way Hindus are being butchered in Bengal, I would only say butchered, is it cannot. And Mamta Banerjee is only saying to Muslims, I will protect your property. But she's not saying to Hindus, I will protect your lives.
Protect your life.
She's not saying I will protect your life. Zafar Sareshwala is live tonight. Zafar Sareshwala, Zafar.
Rahul Gandhi. Kamru bhai, let meri baat sun.
Zafar Sareshwala.
You know, Arnab, I've been saying this ever since people have been saying we'll do demonstration, हम सड़क पे आ जाएंगे. तब से मैं हाथ जोड़ के बोलता था कि देखो अगर कोई रास्ता है तो सिर्फ दो हैं. You either meet the government of the day, the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, or the people who are in the government making important decisions, or you go to the courts. Please, for God's sake, demonstration and agitation, even if you say these are peaceful, because people there are out of your control. I am not questioning, but this is what has happened. And this is not the first time it has happened in Murshidabad. This happened in Sambhal, same thing happened in Nagpur. So, and Maulana Arshad Madani has been very clearly saying that I will go to the Supreme Court. And there is no way going to the people or on the ground. And here my question is, Arnab, when Mamta Banerjee has said कि आपको फिक्र करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम आपकी वक़्फ़ की प्रॉपर्टी की हिफाजत करेंगे. When she has said that, then where is the need for such a demonstration? Because why don't you need a demonstration at all?
Kamru. More shots.
Just listen to me. Because the Suvendu Adhikari or the Dilip Ghoshes of BJP in Bengal have been gaslighting the people in the Bengal. Suvendu Adhikari says we will kick out all the Muslim MLAs from the assembly. They have brought in this Waqf Act. What does it intend to serve out here? They have ignited the entire country. What Rahul Gandhi had predicted. He said that Modi has sprinkled kerosene all over the country.
You don't require any police permission. You don't require any administration permission.
Because the people
no going to the court
being
because
cheated.
Mamata Banerjee said
Because
that I am happy to see the gathering. Come on, gather. Siddhikullah Chaudhary said that we will seize entire
Don't try to vilify the protest because of this hooliganism that we are witnessing in Murshidabad. This type of violence has happened all over the country.
More other visuals are repeating the visuals in the middle, yeah?
4,000
you don't send the police to Murshidabad and Malda to control this violence. Mamata Banerjee fueled the fire.
Something. Sucharita and then Santupal. Sucharita to Santu. Sucharita in the middle, please. Windows. Sucharita.
See, Kamru Sabha, if there was violence in Nagpur, if there was violence in Sambhal,
if there was violence in Mao,
and there was police on the roads the very next day. There wasn't a repeat of that violence. This is being repeated every day in Murshidabad. Where is the police? This is the fifth day in concession.
And where is when Mr. Chaudhary, the Muslim leader, what's his first name? What is his first name? The Muslim leader. You said you took his name.
Siddhikullah Chaudhary.
Siddhikullah.
Has got a role still.
Siddhikullah Chaudhary. When he said,
will be deployed.
1 minute, Kamru, this is a very serious situation. This is a very Kamru.
Loss of lives have happened. We all condemn
ladies and gentlemen,
try to get your acts together. Don't
see the lines I've given.
Don't try to gaslight the people. And all those BJP leaders or freedom leaders need to be arrested behind the mask.
Just 1 minute.
Siddhikullah Chaudhary and Suvendu Adhikari. These are the people responsible.
Siddhikullah Chaudhary said.
We will wait and see 1947.
1 minute. Bhaskar, I want to go to Bashontu. I'm coming to you. Bhaskar live reporting korche. Bhaskar, who are you talking to? Bhaskar is talking to some locals there.
Well,
yes,
Arnab, and those, and yes, Arnab, देखिए यहाँ पे रिपब्लिक के ऊपर अटैक हो रहा है. देखिए यहाँ पे अटैक हो रहा है. हम लोग लाइव कर रहे थे, हम लोग लाइव दिखा रहे थे. तो वो हालत देखिए. अब देखिए यहाँ पे अटैक हो रहा है.
Our crew is being attacked.
यहाँ पे अटैक हो रहा है. रिपब्लिक के ऊपर अटैक हो रहा है इधर. Yes, Republic crew is being now being attacked. और देखिए यहाँ पे जो हालत है, यहाँ पे देखिए ये मॉब, ये जिहादी, ये भाग के आ रहे, अटैक कर रहे. यहाँ पे देखिए जो हालत है बहुत ही गंभीर है. मुर्शिदाबाद जिला के पब्लिक के ऊपर इस वक्त अटैक हो रहा है. अटैक करने के लिए लोग आ रहे हैं. और देखिए यहाँ पर पत्थरबाजी चल रहा है. पत्थर छोड़ने लोग पत्थर मार रहे हैं. और देखिए जो हालत है, ये हालत बहुत ही गंभीर है. ये हालत बहुत ही गंभीर है. और देखिए जो हालत है, यहाँ पे जिहादी लोगों ने, कुछ जिहादी मिलकर अटैक कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे पत्थर फेंका गया. रिपब्लिक मेरा वीडियो जर्नलिस्ट मेडर्स और हम लोग का जो ड्राइवर है उन पे अटैक हुआ है मुर्शिदाबाद जिला के अंदर. यहाँ पे जो हालत है वो हालत बहुत ही गंभीर होते जा रहे हैं. और फिर भी रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क ये खबर लगातार दिखाते रहेंगे. हम लोग ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट
We are getting a bad signal, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of concern tonight. There has been we are showing you unedited footage. I can tell you this, there has been an attack on our reporter Bhaskar and our camera person Mehraj. We are reporting live tonight. He has been forced to leave the area. Stones pelted on the Republic Bangla crew because there are some people, he's calling them jihadis, there are some people, wherever they see Republic Bangla, they target Republic Bangla because it is the popular voice of the people of Bengal. Mamata Banerjee, you should watch this. The media is under attack. Kanchan Gupta, you're watching this tonight. Open attack on the media. That's Bhaskar. He's had to leave the scene. It's a life-threatening situation that you've seen there tonight. And still there will be no accepting the situation that we are facing tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, we are so proud of Bhaskar. I can still hear him. Can the ambience go up, please? Can we have to get his audio? Bhaskar, shunte parcho, Bhaskar. Bhaskar, can you hear me? Bhaskar, kya hua? What happened? Can you tell us? Are you safe now? What has happened? Can you tell us? In between, we lost your signal. We are all very worried.
अर्णव, जब हम लोग ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट दिखा रहे थे पूरे देश को, पूरी दुनिया को कि आखिर मुर्शिदाबाद में क्या चल रहा है, कि ममता बनर्जी की पुलिस और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कैसे फेल हो रहे हैं आम लोगों की सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी इंश्योर करने के लिए, तभी कुछ लोग वो लोग आए और वो लोग हम पे सीधा अटैक किया। उन लोगों का साफ करना था कि रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क, रिपब्लिक बांग्ला को ये टेलीकास्ट वो लोग करने नहीं देगा, और हम लोगों को उधर फोर्सफुली भागने के लिए उन लोगों ने मजबूर किया। और देखिए यहाँ पे हम लोग अभी जहाँ पे है, ये थोड़ी दूर है, और जहाँ पे हम लोग के ऊपर से अटैक हुआ था, क्योंकि हम लोग को बाहर भागना पड़ा, क्योंकि वो सारे के सारे आर्म्ड थे। वो लोगों ने कोशिश किया कि रिपब्लिक की तोड़ दिया जाए, लोगों ने कोशिश किया कि रिपब्लिक के रिपोर्टर को, रिपब्लिक के वीडियो जर्नलिस्ट को, जो ड्राइवर हम लोगों को लेके आ रहे हैं बिल्कुल ग्राउंड के अंदर, उन लोगों को अटैक किया जाए ताकि हम लोग चुप बैठ जाए, हम लोग खामोश हो जाए। बट नहीं, हम लोगों को ऊपर अटैक हुआ है, फिजिकल असॉल्ट किया गया, ऊपर से जो गाड़ी है उस गाड़ी पे पत्थरबाजी भी हुआ। फिर भी हम लोग ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट दिखाते रहेंगे अर्णव, ये हम लोगों का वादा है पूरे बांग्ला के दर्शकों से, पूरे देश के दर्शकों से, हम लोग दिखाते रहेंगे असल में क्या हो रहा है मुर्शिदाबाद के अंदर। हम लोग दिखाते रहेंगे जहां पर भी आम लोगों के ऊपर अटैक होगा, जहां पे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन वायलेंट हो रहा है,
पास्कर आपको मैं
लोग साफ तौर से कह रहे हैं,
पास्कर आपको रिपब्लिक बांग्ला पे लाइव जाना है, और अभी कोई खबर आई है वहां पे, वी नीड टू गो टू शंटूपान हमारे साथ लाइव हैं। खबर आई है कि बीएसएफ के लोगों पर भी अटैक हुई है, ये हो क्या रहा है बंगाल में? व्हाट इज हैपनिंग देयर कंचन गुप्ता?
अर्नब, बीएसएफ के ऊपर पत्थरबाजी चल रहा है बंगाल की धरती पर। ये पिक्चर देखना पड़ता है, ये विजुअल हम लोग सब ने देखा है। पुलिस के ऊपर पत्थरबाजी हुआ, गाड़ी तोड़फोड़ दिया, लेकिन बीएसएफ के ऊपर पत्थरबाजी चल रहा है। ये बंगाल में हो क्या रहा है? ममता बनर्जी बंगाल का सीएम अभी तक इस वक्त कोई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस नहीं किया, इसी वक्त कुछ नहीं बताया। एक लॉ हुआ है, वो सीए नहीं मानेंगे, एनआरसी नहीं मानेंगे, वक्फ जो लॉ है वो भी नहीं मानेंगे, खुलेआम बता रहा है। इसी वक्त जो सिचुएशन है वो गंभीर है।
कंचन गुप्ता,
अभी खबर मिल चुका है बीएसएफ के ऊपर हमला हो चुका है।
अभी मैं वापस आ रहा हूं आपके पास शंटूपान। द सिचुएशन इज वर्सनिंग। Sucharita, every minute we are getting information, and that was a deadly attack on our reporter, which he has narrowly escaped.
The central forces need to be deployed there, and the BSF is being attacked. Now look at the situation, Kanchanda. Look at the situation there in Bengal right now. Our crew is being attacked, and he's being chased by that mob.
This is extremely predictable, and I know that it sounds horrid. But in the coming hours, coming days, the attacks on these central armed police forces will intensify, because Mamata Banerjee did not quite imagine or did not quite expect the High Court to come up with this order. She thought that she would preside over the violence and ride the tiger. Well, I'm sorry to say it doesn't work like that. Today or yesterday, there was a protest in Calcutta. They said that we don't survive on her mercy, she lives on our mercy. So the tiger is now turning on Mamata Banerjee. Number two, this whole thing about 33% Muslim. What is the Muslim population of Assam? It hovers slightly above 35-36%. Where are the protests in Assam? Has the administration over there allowed people to take law and order in their own hands? Has the administration over there allowed Muslims to run riot, target Hindus, target their homes, their businesses, their lives? Only in 4 places today there were minor protests with about 100-150 people. And here you have a chief minister trying to justify, or
Sir, CM is not justifying. Why do you drag the
everyone to justify
CM is not
that 33% Muslim and therefore this happens? Oh man, I mean,
it is not
what about the Hindus?
To the Muslims.
No, Niladri, she's not trying to justify.
Sucharita.
She's not trying to justify. She's trying to pacify. Is she trying to give them support? No. Is she issuing any statement? No. She's not doing that.
She's only saying she will protect Muslim properties,
And
but
she's
not
saying
Hindu
Jio
lives.
and Jine.
Not a word for Hindu lives.
Jio and Jine is she letting the Hindus live?
Let the administration deal with it with a very strong hand.
should read it.
People, more than 110 people have been arrested so far. As per the latest news goes, the DGP himself is camping on the spot.
It is nothing but ignoring the crisis she has on her hands.
The law and order.
Mr. Bhattacharya, it's very, Mr. Bhattacharya, I think in a situation like, in the situation that is unraveling in Bengal, the Chief Minister needs to be out on the streets. Because there is violence
She should have
happening.
been. She should have been.
There is violence happening.
She should have been.
People are being hacked there. And she
Where is
not
she?
even issuing
Where
a
is she?
statement.
Why doesn't she go to Murshidabad and see for herself? Has she visited Murshidabad once, Shishir Bajoria? Has she gone there? Has she met the members of the Hindu community? Has she told the Hindus that they will not be targeted? Shishir Bajoria, has she gone even once?
Not at all. The Director General of Police is sleeping in his house. The Home Secretary, we don't even hear about her. Because this is all about milk cows. The cows who give milk have to be protected. This is our unfortunate situation of our Chief Minister. Forget the Chief Minister. DG Police, have we heard from him? No. Home Secretary, no. This is how our state runs.
And that's why they want to hide it by bringing in a communal violence like this in Murshidabad. It's a binary between the BJP and the PMC. That has happened in Murshidabad.
Adhir Babu is your leader now. At least hear him. Kamru Bhai. Adhir Babu was an MP from the same area. Kamru Bhai, before you say all this.
Still the DM and the SP continue in their office in Sambal. Why? Because the BJP government
I want to
continue. That's what Rahul Gandhi said.
I want to
Modi has
conclude.
put the entire country, sprinkled kerosene across the entire country.
I
it
want
needed
to,
a spark, and the Waqf Act, the draconian act is a spark that has ignited.
Well, the point is, I think
across the country.
Just 1 minute,
just 1 minute. Cheated.
1 minute, just 1 minute. I'll tell you one thing, Sucharita. All this is okay, but good point has been made by Kanchanda. He says that Mamta keeps saying that 33% Muslim in Bengal. But there are over 30% Muslims in Assam. In fact, where I come from, Borpeta, has become 70% Muslim.
Arnab, what is this?
No, I'm telling you why you don't want me to talk about Hindu-Muslim. It's a reality, no? The large parts of Assam, including lower Assam, where I am from, are over 50% Muslim. But is there this kind of violence there? No, because you have Himanta Biswa Sharma.
Right.
Because he knows how to control the situation. But on the other hand, you have Mamta Banerjee. Huh, Tausif? Huh? How come the Muslim mobs are in control in Assam? There are no Muslim mobs in Assam because there is control. So are you saying there will have to be a BJP government in Bengal? Only a BJP government in Bengal can bring things right.
Is this normal? What is happening in Agra?
No, because it's a BJP government in Assam, things are under control.
What is this in Agra? Can you say? What is this happening in Agra? People brandishing swords. What is this happening in Agra? Can you talk about it?
Anyway, I'm ignoring you and the producer should ignore you too.
Do you have the freedom?
But we have a Banerjee Chief Minister in disguise of a Begum. We have a Chief Minister who's a Begum and not a Banerjee. Banerjee is only for namesake.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Banerjee is only for namesake.
Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I'd say at the end, these are not peaceful protests. These are radicalized Islamist elements. These are jihadis who have targeted Hindus. And it is so sad that wherever they have seen a Hindu establishment, they have vandalized it. There was an establishment called Sri Hari Hindu Hotel and Lodge. There was another establishment called Sudha Smriti Hotel. Wherever you are seeing a Hindu name or a Hindu business establishment, you are targeting it. Which means there's an anti-Hindu mobs. You don't want me to call them Muslim mobs, okay, but they are anti-Hindu mobs are on a rampage in Bengal. You expect everyone to be quiet. I request the rest of the national media to wake up and not pretend to be sleeping. Mamta Banerjee has not lost control. She's pretending to have lost control. She's giving the rioters a completely free hand. After Sandesh Khali, after the SSC scam, after RG Kaur, and now these riots, this is a person who does not deserve to be the Chief Minister of this state or any state. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news coverage. I'll be back in a few minutes.
time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.